Good afternoon. My name is Eric Witowski, and this is the main event. Now, this would be considered the book notes 7 for chapter 8. And in this main event, this will be conducting the test session. Yes, my name is Eric Witowski, and this is book notes chapter 8. Now, for this main event, I just wanted to come out and say that it's a very exciting day and it's a very exciting time to be the facilitator and to come into the setting and knowing that you're going to be doing a lot of work for the customer, a lot of work for the people creating this product. So, we, the facilitator, are both a tour guide and a therapist. Now, being the tour guide and the therapist, we have to be the tour guide because we have to keep this little tour rolling forward, moving forward. We have to get everything finalized, set up, completed, get the participants sitting in front of the computer and making sure that the computers are working. The screenwriter is working, everything's working. Now, that tour guide telling participants what to do to keep them moving forward and keep them happy. Of course, you're doing that same thing for the CEO, whoever's watching, the people that are paying for it, financing this project or this software, to see this little test is going to be very beneficial. As inexpensive and short as it may think, people may think it be, you can get a lot of great information and excuse me, and a lot of great things to create the next product with. Now, the therapist, because we're two people, the tour guide and the therapist. Therapist is responsible for keeping the crowd calm, moving everyone forward, and also encouraging the participants to think out loud, as the protocol would say in this chapter. Protocol, think aloud. Now, all the thoughts that these people are having, they count. And everything that they're not saying counts. So it's really important for that therapist to ask, what are you thinking? And ask those participants to think out loud. The test room needs to be quiet. Everyone around the test needs to be engaged in following along. And the only person that really should be talking are the testers and the facilitator. Excuse me. Now, before everyone gets there, of course, there's going to be the quiet room. The screen recording software is tested. All supplies are set up and working. Tested twice. A USB microphone sitting in front of the monitoring keyboard so that the testers can be speaking into that microphone. Like I said, testing everything twice. And then testing everything twice is just a good way to, measure, as I say, measure everything twice and then cut once, because if you go around and check everything twice, you might have forgot something, and if you forgot something and it's not working, well, guess what? You just nipped it in the bud and fixed it, got it in, got a new one, replaced it, and now the test can go on without a hitch. Now, screen recording, the screen recording is one of the hardest things to make sure you have a good one. I'm very, very happy with the software Snagit 2018-2019. This software is amazing. Screen recording, has a great microphone, and it has a lot of different options to increase its value. I find that using this is very, very easy because it helps me also send my assignments to YouTube. Now, reading the script to the participants and to the office staff, reading it slowly but not too slowly, and reading it at a good pace. Once that's done, and any slips that need to be signed are signed, the start of this test will include a survey or a couple, 2-3 questions, just to ask the crowd what kind of jobs they do, how much time they spend in front of the computer, so on and so forth. An example of these questions like the occupation one, they're pertaining to how kind of much computer literacy a person would have to be able to figure out that the site that we're giving them to see is a certain site for a certain type of product or a certain type of service. So now that the starting of the session has started, and we give the first about the first 5 to 10 minutes has been taken, and the test participants are now going into their first task and finding out from the homepage what kind of a site this is. And the goal is to figure that site, and using 5 minutes is a good way to not give it too much time, but not give it too little time. At the end of 4 minutes, you could be prompting, what are you thinking? Do you understand, or do you know what the kind of the site is? And if the participants have no clue, well, then there might need to be some changes or some notes taken. And at the end of 5 minutes, you need to go on to the next task and goal for these participants so that you can keep this moving forward. And that's what the tour guide is doing. Now, of course, the therapist, is going to be keeping the crowd calm and keeping the crowd informed of what's going on in the timetable. Also, you look at this as the first task of 5 minutes, 3 additional tasks of 5 minutes, and then wrapping up with finals questions, any questions from the crowd, and getting the payment, I guess, to the participants as they're leaving, and then recap, finalize, and out the door, the facilitator will have everything done at the 50-minute mark. And at this 50-minute mark, you want to give it 50 minutes because you don't want to run into the 60-minute mark, and all of a sudden, if you have a second group of testers coming through, you don't want these testers to be sitting around going, why are they waiting? Or, if you're having 6 different testers, 3 in the first and 3 in the second, that's important to make sure you have time for the testers to get up and leave and clean up the area and have the new testers come down and sit. It could be testers from outside not knowing the software, and it could be 3 testers from the inside not knowing the software, or knowing the software, or expecting to know what they're supposed to be getting, and then understanding what kind of changes might need to be happening. Anyway, my name is Eric Witowski. This is Book Note 7 for Chapter 8. Happy Monday. Thank you so much. Bye.